Hey, greetings from Texas. I'm going to do a little follow-up video on this Luger pistol that I bought. I had posted some info about it on Facebook, and a friend suggested that I maybe do a video. He found it is interesting what I found out about Lugers and this pistol in particular. So I'll kind of go over it with you, and these are the kind of things that I looked for when I went to buy this, so maybe it can help you, and maybe you'll find it interesting. Okay, so off the get-go, these are very well, this thing is really tight. These are very well manufactured. On the top you're going to find usually the engraving mark or the stamp of the manufacturer, in this case Erfurt or Erfurt. And on the top also you'll find the manufacture date. And I don't know if you can see that. This one has 1918. It's my understanding that that was the last year that Erfurt manufactured, and it was also the end, as you know, of World War I. This is a dual date. Up above the 1918 you can see a 1920. The 1920 date is significant because the Versailles Treaty, which was put together by the Allies, dictated basically that Germany could only have an army so big and possess so many small arms. So to comply with the Versailles Treaty, this, and I'll call it a proof mark date, the 1920 signifies that this pistol or small arm was one that Germany was allowed to keep pursuant to the Versailles Treaty. So that's the significance of that date. It has nothing to do with manufacturing. That's just that this was in compliance with the Versailles Treaty. So for Germany to legally possess this after the Versailles Treaty was ratified, it had to have that stamp on it. Now, when you're looking for a Luger, what I look for, that everything had a serial number on it, or matching serial numbers. So you'll find this one has a 4-digit serial number here, and you should see that the last 2 digits of that same number on all of your components, including the original magazine. Now, this is not the original magazine for this pistol. It has a wooden floor plate. It's period correct. It does have a 3-digit serial number, which will be located on the floor plate of the magazine. So you want to look there. It's not uncommon that magazines over the years would get swapped around or disappear or whatever. So if you could find one with a matching serial number, that is really good, but otherwise that's typically what you're going to find. On the receiver here, there are various proof marks. This first one, you'll see it's of an eagle, kind of a shield eagle with the wings pointed upwards. That is the stamp for the Imperial Army of Germany. This was pre-Nazi Germany, so there is not going to be any Nazi symbolism on this pistol. Although more than likely, it remained in some kind of service until it found its way to the United States. There is an RC up here up above. That means at some point it went back to the arsenal for some type of work. More than likely it went back to get the 1920 stamp for the Versailles Treaty compliance. Other proof marks will be located on different areas of the pistol, as those were typically put on by employees or during various quality control steps at the factory. I've seen some with an N typed here, which stands for nitrous, or that it was test fired with nitrous or smokeless gunpowder. I added this reproduction lanyard, pistol lanyard, kind of go with it. This is going in my museum or World War II collection. as an example of that. It did come with a spare aftermarket range magazine. This is the one I used to typically shoot it with. It's got a stiff spring to it. Although this original magazine is in really good shape, I just thought, why wear it out? I shot this thing. It shoots great. I was using a point of aim, point of impact type that you would use with a 3-dot target system, forgetting all about the 6 o'clock hold with this bladed sight. These sights are really tough to acquire, so you really got to work at it, and you know, you got to figure it's 100 years old. So techniques, tactics, and everything else were different back in those days. The safety lever here, you can tell when the safety is on. You'll see the word safe in German displayed here, or this bar will be in the up position, which will give you tactile response if it's dark. Okay, that's in the fire position. That bar is down. Okay, so you want to look for those serial numbers, make sure everything's matching. If you don't have matching serial numbers, I would look for that RC up here to indicate that they were probably swapped at the factory, so were fitted pretty well. Again, these were so finely machined that you wanted to have all the serial numbers, or they had the serial numbers to make sure that everything was matched as far as the components go. It's kind of all I can think of. I don't know a lot about Lugers. I had to bring myself up to speed. There are various manufacturers. DWM was probably the most prolific manufacturer of the Luger pistol, and production of the Luger pistol continued all the way up to the mid to late 40s. I wish guns could talk. I'd like to find out how this got to the United States. It has holster wear on it, so it looked like it spent most of his life in a holster. These are the original wooden grips. Again, it's a dream to shoot. If you ever get a chance to shoot one, I highly recommend it. If you have any other comments or things that I don't know about this pistol or similar pistols or the Luger in general, feel free to leave some comments. Serial number 3950. And you have access to records or anything, let me know. Post the comments below. Take care. Have a happy Thanksgiving.